In this video, I am going to be showing you how to create a Power BI report using cryptocurrency as the primary data source. Again, I'm going to be showing you how to create a Power BI report using cryptocurrency as the primary data source. This is not a video on teaching you or showing you what's the best ways or what's the best cryptocurrency to use. I'm only teaching you how to create a Power BI report. However, here's the deal. If you are very serious about creating Power BI reports and becoming a Power BI developer, I am holding a 2-day event on both May 1st and May 2nd. On both May 1st and May 2nd, 2026 at the Omni Hotel in Dallas. Space is extremely limited. However, if you're interested in attending, please go over to my website, powerofthebi.com, go up to courses and select Power of the BI Live Dallas. There is an early bird discount that is going on right now. Let's jump right on over into the video. Believe that I am insinuating that I am teaching you how to make the best decisions possible to buy cryptocurrency, because that's not what I am doing. Basically, I've got a class coming up. I've got a live coming up in Dallas on May 1st and 2nd. So what I am attempting to do is create a project for those that are going to be in the class, to where I'm going to teach you this particular assignment, which is going to you're going to be creating a Power BI report using cryptocurrency. Now, I believe we have maybe, I want to say maybe 1,000. Let's see. How many rows of data do we have? We've got 600. We've got 600 rows of data, which is 600 right about 500 cryptocurrencies that we're going to be analyzing. So, and you cannot see me because I am not in the screen, but here I am right here. So in the previous lesson, what we did was I taught you how to create a table that we're going to be using for the cryptocurrency report. We are going to be creating 16 different visuals, and we will be learning one visual per video. We're going to be learning one visual per video. So basically what I envision here is that in the class that I'll be teaching on May 1st and 2nd, Power of the BI, if you're interested in the class, just real quick, it's going to be held in Dallas, May 1st and 2nd. It's called Power of the BI Live at the Omni Hotel. You can go to my website, powerofthebi.com, and go up to courses and select Power of the BI Live if you're planning to attend. There is an early bird special that's going on right now. In addition to, if you are planning to attend, you need to make your reservations for the hotel. The cost for the course itself is not included in the reservation of the hotel. And what I will say is that the FIFA World Cup is coming up in Dallas around that same time, and I know that room reservations are going pretty quick. So if you can, go ahead and book your room. But what we're going to be doing for 16 days, we've already had one day, so this is day number 2 of 16. We are going to be creating a visual that eventually is going to turn into a Power BI report. And what we're going to be able to do is analyze cryptocurrency. We're going to be able to analyze cryptocurrency with this particular report. It's not all Bitcoin, it's not all Doge, it's not Ethereum, not just Ethereum. As I say, we've got over 500 currencies that we are going to be analyzing and utilizing within this particular report. So it's actually going to be a pretty cool report. So if you're off in the cryptocurrency and you're trying to see, hey, how your crypto is performing or what are the predictions you can make based off of the analysis that we'll be able to use when we finalize building out our report, this will be a cool little deal. And here's another thing. If this turns out to be something that you are serious about, and you're saying, hey, I'd like to see more of this, on my YouTube thumbnail, I actually have my Bitcoin QR code. You can just send me a cool little donation if this is something that you'd like to see continue to happen long after the project is completed. But today, what we are going to be doing is we're going to be adding another visual to our report. Again, as I said before, for those that were with us, if you were with us on the previous video, we created a table. And in this video, we're actually going to create a clustered column chart. Now you say, well, why would you only create one visualization per video? So here's the thing. One, I really want you to understand how to create. I really want you to understand how simple it is to create the report, right? How simple it is to create a visual within Power BI. Two is this is helping me get an idea of how fast to move through creating this particular report, because in the class Power BI Live in Dallas, we're actually going to create 3 different reports to build and to put into your portfolio. And this is going to be one of the reports to put into your portfolio. These videos are going to be videos that we're going to be able to use to as references for those that are participating in that class that day. So what I want to do is I kind of want to get in and see, what would really be some of the challenges and some of the pitfalls of creating this particular report and creating this report live, right? Now, here's a good thing. And it's really a good thing for you, not necessarily a good thing for me. But if you find yourself building this report and, it's something that you really want to put into and you want to build this report for your portfolio, what's going to happen is you're going to already know how to build a report. So you may not even need to participate in Power BI Live because you've already done it. As a matter of fact, if you don't already, you can go over to Google and you can download Power BI Desktop. It's a totally free application. It's a Microsoft application. Go over to Power BI Desktop down and Google. Go over to Google and Google Power BI Desktop. It's going to take you to the Microsoft website. You can download it in less than a minute. So you'll actually be able to download it before we even really get started going into this project as of today. But what I'm saying is I'm giving this information away for free. The same information I'm going to be teaching part of it is the information I'm going to be teaching in the Power BI Live. I'm giving it to you for free. So, have at it, right? But let's go ahead on and get started. I do not want to take up much more than about 30 minutes of your time. And I know in the last video, we really spent a little bit more than 30 minutes. But with that said, we are using the data that we use for the crypto. If you don't remember where we got the data from, just go to the previous video. And we're going to be using that same data. And basically, where we are right now is where we left off in the last video, where we created a table of the cryptocurrency. So let's just look real quick and let's just see what crypto we were looking at. So of course we've got Bitcoin here, and Bitcoin, from what I can tell, is the highest price of the Bitcoins or of the cryptocurrencies. And basically what we did was we went in and we were able to filter the Bitcoin by name, or filter the cryptocurrency by name. We were able to filter it by price, lowest to high. When filter by name is from A to Z or Z to A, or we could come in and we could filter by price from lowest to highest. So we've got some that's at $0. And here's the deal, just because it's at $0 don't mean it's really at $0. It could be like 0.000270. Or it could be, from highest to lowest. And as we see, we've got Bitcoin at 67,000. And then we've got in our table, we've got how we are able to analyze the currency by how it changes, the percentage change in hour, percentage change every 24 hours, percentage change by days, last 7 days, volume, and market cap. Now, what I do see here is I actually have the numbering of the IDs in the middle, which that should be before the name. The ID should be before the name. And if we filter by ID, we will see we've got 515 cryptocurrencies that we are evaluating. Then we've got a certain number of cryptocurrencies that do not have an ID by them. So what we're going to do is we're going to go up and we are going to remove those that don't have IDs, and we're just going to call those blank. We say basic filtering, and looks like we have 512. So it looks like we doubled it. So we're gonna remove the ones that are blank, and then all we'll see is the ones that have IDs. The number here tells us that's an ID. And basically, to get rid of that number sign, I'm just gonna call that ID. If you're not familiar with IDs when it comes to data, it's okay. We will go over that and we'll go there pretty thoroughly in Power of the BI. Or you can go catch a couple of other of my YouTube videos out there, and you will see what those really are, or what an ID is. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move this table down a little bit, and I'm going to come over to the visualization screen. Let me get myself out of the way so we can see the visualization screen, see the visualization pane. So this is considered to be the visualization pane. This is the filters pane. I'm actually gonna close the filters pane. I don't think we're gonna need it right now. We may, I'm not sure, but bottom line is we are looking for a visual to create, or a visual to bring into our Power BI report. And the visual we're gonna bring in tonight is the clustered column chart. So I'm gonna come over and I am going to select the clustered column chart. And the data that I want to see in the clustered column chart, we're going to be only looking at the x-axis and the y-axis. We could be looking at the legend and small multiples and two tips and stuff like that, but we're not going to be doing that tonight. What we're going to be doing is we are going to just be building out a simple clustered column chart. So what I am looking for now is I want to put the name on the x-axis. And I think the name is going to be down here. I want to bring the name to the x-axis, and I want to bring the price to the y-axis so we can look at the name by price. And as you can see here, we've got Bitcoin is the most expensive, or has the highest price of the cryptos, and by a lot, because what we say the Bitcoin is at 67,000. If we come down, we see this guy here is Ultima, and it's at 5,000. We've got Pax Gold, which is at 4,800. Now, what I want to also say is when we look at the names, for instance, we come down here, we look at the table, and we see we've got Bitcoin, BTC, and BUY. Well, basically, Bitcoin is actually the current. BTC is the ticker for Bitcoin, and BUY is another column that was in the data source. So the name of the coin, the ticker of the coin, and BUY all came in the same column. So when we brought that in, it all came into the same column. But we're really just looking at Bitcoin. So if we come down, we can see we got Bitcoin, we've got Ethereum, and Ethereum is, the ticker is ETH. We've got Tether USD, T is the ticker. And basically, when we get closer to the end, we are going to go in and we're going to transform the data. When I say transform the data, we're going to clean it up a little bit, and I'm going to show you how to remove some of those extra characters at the end so that you'll only be seeing what you're needing. But it's going to be a little challenging given that the coin names are not the exact same number, length and letters. But that's okay. We're not going to worry about all that. What you need to understand is that that is the actual Bitcoin, the BTC, and the Ethereum is the ETHs, and Tether is USDT. So what we're looking at here now is we're looking at Bitcoin. Well, I keep saying Bitcoin because we keep saying we be using Bitcoin universally as cryptocurrency. And we see here, we've got over 500 cryptocurrencies, including Bitcoin. We're really not able to see we're not really able to see, get a good idea of what these, the values of these coins are. So what I'm going to do is I've already highlighted, but I'm going to click out. I'm going to come back in. I'm going to highlight it again. And basically, I just want to look at the top 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I want to look at the top 8. So I'm going to filter by the top 8. I'm going to say basic filtering. We want to go to more advanced filtering. advanced filtering, and no, let's go to, let's see, top end filtering. And we're gonna say we want the top 8, and we want the top 8 by price. So we're gonna bring price as the filter we want to look by. So now we're getting a better clustered column chart. Okay, we are looking at 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we're looking at we're getting a better look at the clustered column, better look at the clustered column chart, because now we can actually read the names. We can highlight over the bars or the columns, and we can see what the prices are. And it's just making a little bit more sense, because now we're not looking at 500 and the prices are not spread out so far. So when we looked at when we built the table previously, we've got all 500 here, but we may not want to see all 500. We may only want to see the top 8, because these are the top money makers, right? So, and also what we could do is we could select one inside the table, and it's not going to show up because we're only looking at the top 8. But let's do this. Let's go back out and let's remove that filter. Let's select all, and let's see if we select all. Oh, I didn't remove the filter. There we go. So now we remove the filter. And when we remove the filter, we can select one in the table, and it's going to highlight, but we are not there because there's so many of them. Let's see. Like here in the clustered column chart, we selected Bitcoin, and in the table, we got all the information on Bitcoin. We are going to select, what is this, Spider S&P, and now we get Spider S&P tokenized ETF, and we get all the information here. Let's see, what if we select one of the ones that don't have a lot of price to it? So it says $0, and I'm not sure why that pulled up. It's kind of hard selecting the ones with $0 because we can't really see a whole lot of value. But if we come back and we select one that has a lot of value, then we can see. So basically where I'm going with that is that one of the advantages for using Power BI is we can make the visualizations interact. Now, what I really want you to pay attention to is that the only thing we did in order to bring in this clustered column chart is we came over to the visualizations pane, and once we come into the visualizations pane, we click the clustered column chart, then we put the name in the x-axis, and we put the price in the y-axis, and voila, all of a sudden, now we actually have we've got the whole column chart already, clustered column chart, that goes along with our table visual. And only thing we did was drag and drop. Now, I'm not going to tell you that Power BI is all about dragging and dropping. There are some visualization tools out there that all you have to do is drag and drop. But they're not the 6-figure visualization tools. Power BI, understanding and knowing how to work Power BI, how to utilize Power BI, it's a 6-figure visualization tool. What does that mean, Tarad? That means that Power BI developers are making 6 figures, right? And that's because they can do things outside of dragging and dropping. But it's not a whole lot more than dragging and dropping. Dragging and dropping is about 75 to 80% of it. So that's where I'm going. I really want you guys to understand that it's really not that hard to build a Power BI report. But so what we just did here, we brought in our second visual, and our second visual is a clustered column chart. Now, what we need to do is we need to, somebody just came to my house. Think somebody just came to my house? I'm not sure. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe just went outside, I don't know. Anyway, so building a clustered column chart. We are just, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to make it to where it's aesthetically pleasing, because we don't just wanna just throw the visualization up there. And given that we're gonna have 16 visuals before it's over, we definitely wanna make sure that this, that this report looks, not necessarily just presentable, but professional, right? So the two visuals that we have right now are the clustered column chart, and the table visual. So I'm just trying to make this thing look aesthetically pleasing right now, because eventually we're gonna have more than 2 visuals. But right now, I mean, yeah, let's just spread it out. Let's just see. No, let's not do that, because let's see. Because we don't really have a whole lot of data that's coming up for the last 7 days and for the 24%, stuff like that. So we could be taking up too much real estate. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make this a little narrower, and I'm gonna make it a little taller, because we see more data that way. And I'm gonna make this longer, and I'll make it taller too, just so we could see more data, so we can see the names a little bit better. And it just looks a little. It gives the current report a fresher look, right? It gives the current report a fresher look. Now I want you to take heed. I want you to really take note of what this really looks like as we're building out this report, because right now, in the previous video, we only have one visual. In this video, we have 2, right? And this really is not a bad looking Power BI report for 2 different visuals. But again, it's gonna get a lot cleaner. It's gonna get a lot more professional, and we're gonna be able to analyze cryptocurrency using the report. Those that are interested in the report, I am gonna make it available to you. Once we get it done, I'm gonna publish it as an app, and then you will be able to utilize it as a tool that you can analyze your cryptocurrency or whatever. Again, this is not in any ways meant to be a report in order for you to make decisions on making money, because of course when any type of investments, you can lose money and you can make money, and this is not what that is. This is just giving you an extra tool, some extra insight. So that's what that looks like as far as building out that report, the Power BI report there for the for building out the Power BI report for the clustered column chart and for the table visual. Again, we are going to get a lot. We're going to get a lot more information, because we're at 16. Again, this is going to be a 16 video series, right? So we're going to have 16 visuals on this report. And it's going to be super professional. We're going to get it, to where the color schemes and all that stuff is going to be jazzed up. And if you got some ideas as to what colors, you think would be good for this report, or what's the name of what name you think. If you're enjoying this video and you'd like to see more videos just like this outside of the 16 video series that this video series is created for, all you have to do is, scan the QR code, give me a small donation, small Bitcoin donation, and any amount is great. I'm grateful for any amount. But hey, let me know if you're enjoying these types of videos. I look forward to seeing you. Would be good for a report. Yo, put them in the comments. Let me know. I don't have a problem. I mean, we're just making this thing up as we go. But this is going to be a report that we're going to use, or that we're going to build as part of our portfolio in the Power of the BI Live class session that we're going to have in Dallas. And again, the Power of the BI Live is going to be on May 1st and 2nd in Dallas at the Omni Hotel. Space is going to be limited. So if you plan on attending, go over to the website and register. And the website is powerofthebi.com. Go up to courses and select Power of the BI Live Dallas. The early bird is going on now. I run a lot of specials on my Instagram Live. So if you liked into my Instagram, you'll be able to get a lot of information that I'm giving discounts for during the live. They're only gonna go for a specific amount of time. But I just want you guys to have this. And again, if you don't plan on participating in Power of the BI Live, but you want to learn how to build this report, the first video has already been created. This is the second video. We're going to have 16 of these videos, and the complete report will be done before we finish. Before I say it's done, we're gonna build an official, professional Power BI report, utilizing cryptocurrency as a data source. So all you have to do is go over to Google and put in Power BI Desktop so that you'll be able to get the free version of Power BI, which is Power BI Desktop is free. Just download it and build this report along with us so you can build your portfolio, or you can have your own Power BI report with the cryptocurrency that you're able to analyze. Again, I am going to give you access to it, so as an app, so you don't have to build it out. You can if you want to, but it is totally up to you. But what I don't want you to do is don't go say Tarai said this is the cryptocurrency Tarai said buy based on his reporting analysis. No, you got the reporting analysis. You're making your own decisions on whether you decide to buy, not buy, or what to buy. I don't care what you do, but I'm just teaching you how to build a Power BI report using it as a data source. In addition to, again, if you find this video and this type of video to be helpful to you, on my thumbnail, I do have my my Bitcoin QR code. I don't know how this thing works. Somebody just said use the QR code, and that's what I did. I got a Bitcoin QR code. If you think that this information is good and helpful, send me a small Bitcoin donation. Of course it ain't got to be a full Bitcoin, just a fractional, you know what I'm saying, 0.005, something like that, 0.005, whatever's the case. I don't even know how much that is, but just whatever you think is cool, right? That'll let me know that you think this is some good information and you'd like for me to keep making outside of the time frame that I've given it for 16 videos. In addition to that, I will have in the official video, because we're going live right now, but in the official video, I am going to have the Bitcoin QR code right here. The Bitcoin QR code right here. So all you gotta do is, scan it and, send a little fractional donation to your boy. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I am done tonight with video number 2. I look forward to seeing you in video number 3. Thank you for joining in, and I look forward to seeing you again in the next video.